gonna try to make a knife. We're gonna use the heat, we're gonna use the beat, and we're gonna use a new knife jig. And a file. Old beat up bull file. So I want you to notice we're putting a step in the end of that over the edge of the anvil. That keeps that knife from jumping back at me when I'm trying to forge that point in. Yeah, something I learned on Forged in Fire. Imagine that. Start the fire! Crazy, crazy! I was waiting for that one. Okay, so we got the profile about where we want it. Now we got to draw it a little wider, a little flatter. We'll be able to cut her out and start grinding. Okay, we got that shape. I think we got her drawn out that little bit we needed to. Put her back in the forge. I'm gonna set up the straightening jig, make sure it's flat, and then we'll start to grind. Now we just let her cool, see what we end up with. So what I'm hoping for, I don't know if it'll work out this way because I never tried it, but I took that up to a critical, like really hot, and now it's cooling slowly, remotely, slowly. Hopefully that kind of annealed or normalized it, so when we start grinding it shouldn't be too hard. We're gonna find out. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. We're a little thin here, we're a little thin here, but in general, we're close enough. We can get that basic knife pattern out of there, so we'll trace that out. We'll do a little cutting with the old skinny wheel, and we'll be back. Okie dokie. So this is what we ended up with after we cut her out. You still see the lines there. We are probably not going to get the drop point quite like the other one was, and we'll maybe cut this in a little higher right here to get a little more of a differentiation in our ricasso area. And maybe we'll even try to flatten that out and make maybe we'll try to put a guard on it. But this one's just about using that new knife jig. So we'll get this ground out to shape, and then we'll run her flat, and then we'll try to jig it up, see what we can get. That's a 36 grit belt we got on the grinder right now. Plug your ears. Yeah, the new grinder cuts. I like it. Oh, I like it. Need to make some place to hang that when I take it off. Yeah, let me draw a line on here. We'll be back. Drew a little line on there. We'll try to put that step in there. Yeah, I think we can square that up. Probably put a guard on it. That's a little hard on belts, cutting on the edge like that. Should have just done it with the skinny wheel, but didn't want to go back out there, I guess. Keep going. I think we need to bring this in a little, the bottom, steel. The handle has a flair for the dramatic, I would say, but pleasing form. I'll do a little of this and I'll bring you back. Okay, we're back. So we got our ground fairly flat. Got a little wowie there, but I don't think that's gonna hurt us any. We can finish cleaning that up later. We got a few of those lines still showing. Not so much on this side where they might be later, but we got a center line. There you go. And these these marks are for the jig. I messed with that already, so you didn't have to watch that. I'll try to throw it on there without getting in the way of you guys too much. So this pin, bolt, whatever, will always be used no matter which side we're on. And then this guy will be one of them sliding bolts. It's a little awkward. I'm sure I'll get used to it as we use it more. So we'll line them up as best we can. Yeah, awkward to say the least. We're learning. That's what I keep telling myself. We're just learning. So that guy goes in there. That looks pretty darn good. Maybe we can replicate that on the other side, I hope. So, try to tighten those down a little so they don't move. Pretty good. Pretty good. So there we are. Hopefully this works. We got this black line here, probably can't see it. That will be where we start our bevel. From there forward. All right, I'll get you set up. We'll move over to the grinder. Start a bevel. Okay. I got her set up. Now I won't try to make you see it. I got this set at 10 degrees. Pretty good. That'll give us a good starting point on our bevel. Then once we get our bevel established, we'll come back and we'll grind this side out until we're almost to that center line. And we'll kind of determine where we want that main bevel to be. But you want her cranked over a little bit when you start. So watch your headphones. Here we go. Okay. Let's see here. You can see our line, and man, it took one swipe. Boom, too far. So we'll reestablish that line. I need to adjust the belt over a little bit, I think. Here's so that's making a pretty nice angle for us, I think. Get her over here where we can see. Yeah. Nice sharp line. Nice plunge cut going. Yeah. You can see we're pretty darn close. You probably won't be able to see it. We're pretty darn close to that center line already at the bottom, so yeah. I'll bring you back. We'll do some more grinding. All right, so that's at our 10-degree mark. I'm liking that plunge line we got going, so I will pull this back a little bit, so we'll move up the blade a little. Oh boy, gosh darn howdy, that was hot. Woo, better use a knife for pointing next time. Anyway, we'll do that, and I'll write down the numbers so I don't forget, because I'm likely to do that. All right, we're running out of battery on the old phone, so maybe we'll call her good for now, and we'll do another part and get some more grinding in. But that is a 10-degree start. We backed her off to 7, and I really like that. We got a nice plunge line going. Do not touch that with your finger because it's going to burn. Nice straight plunge line right there. I like it. All right, well, just a second here. I just want you guys to see what I go through to get light where you can see what I'm doing. Isn't that just special? All right, I'm happy with what we got. I'll condense this down as much as I can. We got a knife with a nice bevel started. Freehand, I would have been further, and it wouldn't have been near as clean, I don't think. So we're learning how this works. 10, 7, got a nice thing going. So you guys all have a good weekend. Maybe I'll get another one out before the end of the weekend, we'll see. But just remember, work hard, be safe, above all be kind. Now go out and get you some.